There's so much pausing, mostly for me.
Should we do it again and have a more specific category?
Oh.
Like
Specific.
like-
Meaning it has to be
like
centered.
Just movie, just TV,
yeah, or
whatever,
like
yeah.
Okay.
something like that.
You want to do movies?
Like they have to be movie actors or movie titles.
I guess we could do movie title. Let's try with movie titles. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right. Great. All right. Go.
The Little Mermaid.
Hunt.
I forgot about Death in Venice.
Hunt. Can I ask just quickly?
Oh, boy.
Does the count?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. Would you say Death in Venice? Okay. Hunt. Enter the Dragon! Enter the Dragon! Fuck you, Enter the Dragon!
There has to be.
Hunt.
Hunt, you gotta give me one.
There has to be.
Well, you gotta certain words.
Natty-Cat!
No, that's not the name of it.
Adventures of Natty Ann.
I want to get.
Wait, I'm not out.
Yeah, keep going.
All right. So
I said Enter the Dragon.
All right. Natural Born Killers. Hunt.
Hunt. Someone to watch over me. Hunt.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Hunt.
Hunt. Day of the Dead. Hunt.
Dawn of the Dead. Hunt.
Day the Earth Stood Still. The coming up.
Hunt. Lolita. Hunt.
After Hours.
Hunt.
Shits.
Stand and Deliver.
Hunt.
In.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Hunt.
Wow.
Scandal.
Hunt. Last of the Mohicans.
Hunt. Stargate. Hunt.
Egg movie.
Oh, and again. Egg movie? That's gonna be Seinfeld's next one.
Egg movie?
B movie, egg movie.
Why would it be? Why does this not have anything to do with B movie?
Because it's a noun. It's a noun.
It's a movie about eggs.
So he just would do anything, any noun.
Well, he got his point across with B movie. I get the play on words, and now
Now that that's out of the way,
And is it about-
we've opened this up to everything.
Is it about anthropomorphic eggs?
Yeah, of course it is.
yes,
Oh,
but
sorry,
egg
sorry.
can't fucking find its nest.
It can't find its nest. What was B movie about? What was the plot of B
No
movie?
one saw that. Was it about an actor bee? That movie?
I was working at DreamWorks at the time, and I remember they had a read-through of it, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is so funny."
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
That was
What's that
fun.
called?
Celebrity
Hunt.
I don't know why you just scream hunt.
What if you got extra points for if you? I guess Hunter S. Thompson would have been extra points because it has Hunt in the actual
Hunter!
and Hunt of the Red October.
Hunt of the Red October.
Hunt for the Red October.
Also, Woody Allen's Celebrity, if you got that in there.
That's true. With Kenneth Branagh doing
That's
the
right.
best Woody Allen impression.
Boy, oh boy.
I love you, you know.
I love that people now have to apologize for having been in Woody Allen.
And they have to give their money back.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of want to give my money. Like, I'm donating my salary from a different movie. That has nothing to do with this. Just gonna get some headlines. Some good press. Gotta get those headlines.
I mean, any donation you make is part of your salary.
That's true.
So it's like, how are you saying
Unless you
from
found
the Woody Allen?
unless you found the money in a treasure hunt.
Hunt!
Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
What if we did this, but it's treasure hunt? We had to name different types of treasure.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Ready? Rubies.
Hunt! Diamonds.
Hunt.
Hey, no, it has to start with the letter. You can't just.
I forgot. I thought. What's the one?
important to it.
I was in the same place where it's just like just naming treasure things.
It's like the whole thing.
Let's do it again.
All right, rubies.
Hunt. Swashbuckler.
You're out.
Yeah.
Sapphires. Hunt.
Some doubloons.
Oh!
Now making it all plural.
Stop making it plural.
Hunt.
Stop making it plural. Not a bad title.
The fatal flaw.
Fatal Flaw. We should have a feature called Fatal Flaw.
Some ruby.
Some rubies. And then it all just becomes
Some more gold.
Some different gold. Some different gold, different from that.
Stop making
Oh,
Okay.
good shit. All right, we're out of time.
Alright.
We're out of time. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive produced by Scott Ackerman, Chris Benman, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
Switching podcasts. Really?
Went to the ocean this week. Such a powerful experience. I've never been. It is infinity. I mean, you're watching the waves crash or recede. You've never been?
No, I've never been.
You gotta get to nature like this.
Oh my god.
It was really powerful.
It sounds amazing.
I was afraid, certainly.
Sure.
I only went up to my knees, but it was amazing.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the reality show.
Welcome.
I'm Hayes Davenport. I'm here with Sean Clements and engineer Frank. This is a show. What do we do? How would you describe a show like this? It has a lot of...
There's a lot of layers,
parts,
yeah.
obviously.
It's hard to boil down to just a sentence. I guess on the surface, we're two adult males who talk about reality shows.
Right. And if there's anything about this show that I would say sort of distinguishes it from other shows, it would be that this is the place where reality doesn't bite.
Yes. And I would say that one thing that really distinguishes it from a lot of podcasts that I know about is no one listens to this one.
Yes.
So
Which I like about it.
I think it's nice.
I listen to these other shows, and you can hear in those shows that people are listening to them.
Oh, you
know
can
what I mean?
feel it, and you can feel that the hosts are sort of doing it to be listened to,
Right?
in this way that is very unappealing.
But when you listen to us, which you don't, you can hear that absence of people listening. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
And it was, and that was in part why we took the break, is it felt like people were starting to listen, and we thought we needed space, but also, and we really wrestled with whether to talk about this or not.
Right.
We had some sort of goofy excuses for why we weren't here for several
Yeah, we
weeks.
did a couple of funny bits about why we couldn't be on the show, but
Because the real reason was pretty serious.
we were gone for I think 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Longer than we expected. I think anyone expected. and we've finally gotten word that we can actually say where we were for those 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And we were actually 2 of the 6 members of the George Zimmerman jury down in Florida, where Sean's sister is from. So that's how
I was visiting her.
So that's why
I
we
was
were
getting
part
my
of
jury
the-
duty notice at the same time. I said, "Hey, Hayes, you want to tag along?"
Yeah.
They put him in there with me.
And it was an an experience.
Yes, it was a roller coaster. I mean, people have a lot of questions for us about it, and the first thing I always say is, it was confusing.
It was very confusing. I feel like most of the time, you and I were just kind of looking at each other. I would look to you. Some guy would be saying something.
Yeah. A guy or lady talking a mile a minute.
Some guy, like a doctor.
Whatever.
Talking about, I didn't go to medical school.
No.
So I'm looking over at Sean, thinking maybe Sean can, help me out.
And I'm looking at him
what's
with the
going on.
same thing.
And I see that Sean is going through the same thing I'm
with a
going
shrug,
through.
huh?
Yeah.
And I a couple things that I didn't get answered at any point.
Yeah.
I didn't know who was talking, or what they were talking about.
Right.
I didn't
know who any of the guys were.
I didn't know who the guys were.
We're talking about all those guys.
They kept.
And for me, I was like, but who are these guys? That was the one thing that I couldn't really catch up to, and I knew that they talk about George Zimmerman, and I didn't know if he was the judge, or because they call it. Because they kept calling it George Zimmerman.
Which guy was he?
Right.
Because should the trial be named after the judge?
Right, because he was the guy. He was up front.
Well, I called the judge George Zimmerman
a
few times.
Right.
And he also, I think he thought that I was Topher Grace from that 70s show, because he kept calling me Foreman.
That's right.
He kept calling me Foreman.
I know.
And I was like, I love that show as much as the next guy. I don't think we look that similar. It's been off the air for a while.
You don't want to be rude.
My name is Sean.
Right.
So I'm going, he doesn't, it's so confusing. I go, you don't know which guy I am. I don't know which guy is which guy at all.
Yeah.
And so frequently the focus was being thrown to me.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, how do I get this off me?
For me, I would sort of think about other stuff for a while, and then someone would say something to me, and I would just go, yes.
Yeah. I go, I'm trying to remember all the state capitals.
Yeah.
And then somebody points to me and I go, definitely. But, I don't know, and I don't think I should be expected to.
No. And then, you're just hoping that they go on to something else when you say that. And then once, somebody asked me something, and I said, yeah, and then it was over.
And then we just got to go home. They filed us out.
They told us to go home.
And I was like,
So it's a relief to finally be able to talk about it. We were sorry to... Believe me, I would much rather have been doing the show.
I would rather been doing the show, and I think, in a way, I was nervous to talk about it, but I think we're doing a service of really shedding a lot of light on what that experience was.
Some transparency.
Finally, some transparency to the system, which is, if you have the unfortunate experience of being put on a high-profile jury like that,
get out of it.
Try to get out.
Get sick. Make yourself really sick.
Because all those guys, basically, I don't know which guy was which guy, and I don't know which guy they were talking about when they're saying what the other guys are doing.
The system is broken, honestly.
Clearly.
That was the one thing I took away from it.
The system doesn't work good.
Let's move to the Big Brother house. Lot of action this week. There were 120 episodes this week.
Yeah.
They were all really engaging. Howard sort of emerged as a player this week and was sort of getting in the mix and making some pitches around the house to switch up the alliances, and he was trying to create an alliance of outsiders.
But he has trouble communicating things to some of these dummies, I feel like.
Yes.
In terms that they understand.
So So, like we see, like Kevin O'Leary on Shark Tank is really great at this.
Yes.
Creating analogies, using simple ideas like how animals behave in nature and stuff like that.
That's one example, yeah.
Ancient fables. And Howard did that this week, trying to create this alliance of outsiders against the group that's running the house. Now, I'll play a clip of the pitch that he made.
Power in numbers. That's why grasshoppers are afraid of ants. If the ants ever figure it out,
Yeah.
they got the numbers.
Yeah.
Damage. Ants are loyal, and there's more of them. So even though the grasshoppers are bigger and they think they got power, but they're smarter, they outnumbered. They'll always kill the grasshopper.
I like that analogy.
So he's drawing from the ancient war between grasshoppers and ants.
Yes, we all know this tale.
The grasshoppers are sort of ant overlords in nature.
Yes.
In their ecosystem, the grasshoppers are always telling the ants what to do.
Well, they're sitting on their throne of grass.
Yes. And they eat ants, obviously.
They gobble them up, yes.
But at the same time, they're very afraid of ants.
Oh yeah, that's why they're afraid of them, is because they know that ants are loyal.
Ants are extremely loyal. They're some of the most loyal animals in nature. And the grasshoppers are sometimes saying to the ants, listen, why don't you, like, come over and join up with us?
Be loyal to us, but ants are only loyal to ants.
Ants are only loyal to other ants. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they have numbers. If the ants would ever just figure it out, because that's the issue right now. Like, when you look at ants and grasshoppers and the way they behave now, the ants are sort of acting like they don't know.
Well, if the ants, yes, if they ever realize that they actually have more numbers, ants always kill the grasshopper.
Yeah.
Even though the grasshopper is, and you can't hear it, you can almost hear whether he's doing it, even though the grasshopper is, as Howard says, smarter.
Yeah.
He does finger quotes at one point.
Yeah.
And which,
so these
thank you
so-called
for-
grasshoppers
Thank you, yes.
if people think that they're smarter,
Well, they're saying they're smarter. The grasshoppers are always claiming to be very smart. And so it's good that he puts it in quotes, because they're always saying how smart they are. And it's like,
Well, it's about
enough,
time.
you
Finally,
haughty grasshopper. enough boastfulness, grasshopper. We're sick of it. They're smarter. I guess one grasshopper might be smarter than one ant, but are they really smarter like what they say?
Sure. And that's because that's the message of that Aesop's fable.
Yes.
Is that the ants have more numbers than the grasshopper and they're more loyal, so they could overthrow.
So that the ants should be murdering grasshoppers at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
They should just be teaming up, ganging up, and just ripping their guts out.
Right.
Because there's so many of them that the grasshopper can't possibly eat enough ants in time.
And like Gina Marie says, it's a good analogy. It's like you hear.
I like that analogy.
You hear an analogy like that, it's hard not to be sold on it.
It's hard not to be moved.
But the analogy only works temporarily. The alliance breaks up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Some of these ants get to thinking they're a grasshopper.
It starts when Alyssa, like we mentioned, was put on the block by America. That was the MVP this week. So Alyssa's up for elimination, and Howard had an interesting reaction to that also, which I'm gonna. This is how he showed how shocked he was that Alyssa being put on the block.
So I see Alyssa's face come up as the MVP nominee. Surprise, surprise. I thought she was the MVP. I don't know what to think.
So he sees Alyssa. She's the MVP this week.
MVP, yes.
And then he says, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
But then he really was surprised. So I think, like...
yeah, a lot of times people will go,
say surprise,
surprise, surprise in a very sarcastic way.
And they're not really surprised.
He says it twice.
Which I think...
When he is surprised.
Yes, when he is surprised, I think that means he's twice as surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
which is a better system.
Yes, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
When I look back at the way I was doing it, a lot of the time someone would say something I expected, and I was like, oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But shouldn't that mean I'm really surprised? Isn't that how it should work?
Yeah, it should be, oh, I'm twice as surprised as someone who just says, that's a surprise.
Right?
Yeah.
So then Alyssa, she's on the block. It made her really mad. She was really mad at the whole house. Gina Marie tried to comfort her at the sink, and she kind of arches her back and goes, please don't touch me. Like that.
Yeah.
And it was really scary. And then later, Amanda is an old lady who is involved with McCrae, and it was McCrae's 24th birthday.
And I feel like it's true love.
Yes.
They're a really great couple. Yeah.
Oh, and he also said he won $5,000 this week, and he said that could buy him about 2,500 pizzas.
Yeah. Which was a conservative estimate.
Yeah, that was really exciting because of the pizza. Because I think for him, it's like when he delivers pizzas, he usually eats them before he gets there, but that costs him $2 in gas. So I think each pizza costs him about $2 in gas as he's driving to the person he's supposed to deliver the pizza
eating
to.
The pizza while driving. Yeah.
Eating the whole pizza. So anyway, Amanda dressed up in a sexy bathing suit for McCrae's birthday and gave him
one piece
and gave him 24 birthday Spanx. And it just didn't sit well with Alyssa. Something about that really made Alyssa kind of mad. And then this is her talking about it.
I thought Amanda's dominatrix outfit was ridiculous. I couldn't believe she put that on. Embarrassed McCrae, but it embarrassed me. I'm sorry, but if I were doing something hot for my husband, it wouldn't be a one-piece French bathing suit.
And then she goes on, she says that she looks at Amanda's thighs and she wants to vomit.
Yeah, she said it's gonna make her throw up.
Yeah, she said that to Amanda's face.
Yeah.
And my reaction, how about you, is that it wasn't really fair of Alyssa to go after Amanda like that.
Yeah.
Just because she lives in a place where she kind of has this perfect face.
Alyssa happens to have been born with a perfect face.
Yes.
Structurally just, old Jesus Da Vinci reached down and molded a perfect face in the womb.
Yes.
And she came out looking really good. And so it's not fair to take shots at us mere mortals who maybe, I don't want to say that I encourage this, but maybe would benefit from some plastic surgery, which she obviously never had to go through.
Because she was born with the kind of face that you would get if you got 20 plus procedures done to your face.
Yeah.
She was born with that.
Yeah.
So if you went to the plastic surgeon,
if you went to a doctor and you said, do everything you know how to do.
Right.
I don't care if one thing works with the other. Just do every procedure you learned in school to my face.
And,
you would look like her.
Do all the procedures you learned. All the normal ones. And then
make some up.
And then do stuff like tuck the corners of my mouth sort of under my cheekbones. So
Can you staple them from the inside up into my cheekbones so at rest my face looks like I'm doing sort of a weird
it's kind of a sneer,
sort of a jokery sneer.
And also if you could make my nostrils perfectly round. Like, I don't care if you get it right at the first time. Go back in and make them like these weird, like perfect dark.
Take 8 or 9
circles.
cracks at it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much collagen you got back there, but go ahead, call your neighbor, have him bring some over, because I want my lips to look like a melty braid of red vines that have just sort of been squished inside a glossy packaging. And I want to seem surprised.
I want my eyebrows to kind of take those eyebrows and lift them up just a little bit, so that I'm always surprised, because I'm walking around and sometimes I'm not surprised.
And I want to be pulled so taut that at rest, at the end of a sentence, in order to stop talking, I need to make a noise to get my face back to a semi-normal position.
Right.
Where if I say, like, hey, hand me that, I then have to go,
yeah, it's a vibration. The vibration of me going like,
so I saved myself.
Yeah. It brings it back to that normal place. Where my face looks normal.
Now, obviously, we all want that.
Sure.
None of us can afford to get it done. She didn't have to pay a dime because she's
born
looking like that.
So she doesn't understand someone like Amanda. She thinks that Amanda's making a choice, basically, to not look as perfect as Alyssa does. Well, I feel like it's sort of. I think America probably didn't respond well to that. She's got the perfect face vote, obviously.
And,
She's win an MVP.
Don't open yourself up, Alyssa, because she may want to consider at some point possibly getting breast implants.
Who, Amanda?
Alyssa might.
Oh, Alyssa might, yeah. Right.
Now, obviously, she was born with whatever she's working with now.
Yes.
But that's not going to last forever.
It's almost like... Yeah, you're right, because right now... Her breasts are these sort of perfect hemispheres, like if you just kind of cut a basketball in half, like a mini basketball.
Yeah.
And put them on her chest so they don't touch at all.
No, they don't know each other. They don't know the other one's there.
There's like 3 inches of separation between her breasts, so
which is very attractive.
You could pour some milk down her chest without it touching either breast.
That's right.
It would just kind of go all the way down.
Yeah,
which
of course she was born like that, and
very hot.
That's sexy.
And yeah, that's something she was born with.
But at some point she might need to actually. That's something on like her face that won't necessarily last forever. And so,
I think it might be good for her to sort of be humbled like that.
Yeah.
Have to go through
that
something
might be
like
healthy.
A lot of other people.
That might be healthy. That a lot of us have to do.
The challenge. The challenge.
The challenge. What a raucous week.
God.
Oh, TJ.
What? I mean, this week there's sort of a lot of people left.
We got people going home. We got people getting in fights. I don't understand why all the time, but we got a lot.
At the end of the show, Rob and Derek went home.
Yeah.
They lost to Knight and Preston. And it was sort of a tense week because Knight had mocked Marlon. Marlon's finally trying to come to grips with his bisexuality.
Yeah.
He hooked up with Derek. First guy he's hooked up with on the show.
Yes.
He seems really comfortable with it. Like it's a great attitude. He's not ashamed
it's something
of it at all.
he wanted to do, so he did it.
If it feels good, do it. This is who I am. I was feeling Derek a little bit, so we hooked up. And then Knight mimed blowing somebody in some kind of game and was like, that's Marlon. And I was shocked to find that Knight, the guy you least expect, Knight is a homophobe.
That behavior from him was homophobic.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe, if you had told me any other person in the house,
right,
other than Knight, who I kind of see as like the Beast from X-Men.
Yes.
He's sort of a scholarly, but athletic gentleman.
Yes.
He's professorial.
Yes, he has a lot to teach everyone else in the house, and that's what you normally expect from him.
Yeah.
But I thought it was weird just because, like, in every other season,
yes, of course,
he's acted extremely homophobic.
Overtly homophobic. Yes, he has made a lot of comments.
And he's
like
partnered
that,
with Preston a lot.
And he seems to think it's very, very funny.
Yes.
Just to say that someone who's gay is gay.
He thinks that being gay is funny and scary and bad and all that stuff. Like, just because of those things. And also because, like, it was the thing, really, that he was known for on his season.
It was the primary storyline.
Was hating gay people.
Yeah.
Especially Preston, who he's matched up with now.
That's why they're rivals, basically.
Has been matched up with on
they're
every
rivals
show.
Because Preston's gay, and anyone who's gay is a rival of Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knight, just because Knight is known specifically for hating gay people. he'd gone. There have been 2 episodes in this season when I didn't see any of that.
No, didn't see even a hint of it.
And then when that comes out,
A little bit, because
bit.
Preston did quit the challenge prior, and he kept calling him a little bitch, and there was a sting on it that felt like maybe he was saying it
right
in reference to his homosexuality as well.
Yes.
But anyway.
But then that was it. In the 3rd episode, out of nowhere.
Out of those whole 2 episodes, there was only one moment that seemed pretty aggressively homophobic. So then when this happened, I fell off my couch.
I couldn't believe it. I said, Knight?
My Knight?
Where is this coming from?
My guy?
He was one of your guys.
Oh, yeah. From early on.
Anyway, Trishelle also left this week. She got in a fight with Anissa about something.
Yeah.
And she walked out. Her suitcase fell down the stairs on the way out. That was a sad...
And she got in her car, which was waiting for her in time.
Yeah, that was a sad moment where she drove herself away from Thailand. Yeah, she rolled her suitcase down the stairs and drove herself away. That makes her a quitter. And what do we know about quitters on this show? Show's hosted by TJ Lavin. He takes a position,
the anti-quitter,
on quitters. Here's TJ talking about it.
As you guys know, Trishelle quit. She's obviously a quitter.
Yeah, right. I
hate quitters. So now Trishelle is on that list of people that I'm not feeling.
Dang! God! And I...
Play it again.
Okay.
As you guys know, Trishelle quit. She's obviously a quitter.
Yeah, right.
I hate quitters. So now, Trishelle is on that list of people that I'm not feeling.
Oh, God. It's so cool.
You hear that, you're like, God, I do not want to be on that list.
No.
But you also think, I gotta know who else is on that list.
Yes. Which is why your faithful hosts did a little homework.
We have a few friends connected to the show.
Not to brag.
Not naming any, could be anyone. Could be Frank, could be John A., could be one of our mystery executives. We have a lot of lines into this show.
Yeah, we got a lot of tentacles out in that biz.
The point is, we got our hands on a copy of the list. It's a wallet size. It's a card that TJ keeps in his a little breast pocket and some of his what are the kind of shirts that he wears?
He wears head rush.
Yeah, that's right. His head rush shirts. And he keeps that list of people he's not feeling right now next to his heart. We got
somebody to sneak in while he was snoozing. He had a little bit of drool dripping down the side of his face. And they
not because he's brain damaged. He's just sleeping. It has nothing to do with it.
Never with TJ. Hey, not in front of me.
No, I'm saying I don't want people to think that that's what you were alluding to.
Not what I meant.
I know.
So our friend sneaked in there with a little set of tweezers and pulled the list out and snapped a pic. So we have the list of people who TJ's not feeling.
It says at the top, people I'm not feeling right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then here, you each have a copy, but you can...
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them are obvious. We know, of course, Big Easy.
Yes,
Big Easy. We saw that. He quit on a challenge. Haven't seen him since. Not hide nor hair.
We'll never see him again. He was a great character. A lot of people want to see him on the show, but right there at the top, Big Easy.
Not feeling
it right now.
We're never going to see him again.
After that, it says Schmidt for the episode where he was supposed to compete in the three-legged race with Winston at his corporate barbecue.
Yeah.
But he's bad at three-legged races. He always falls over. So he quit.
Yeah.
And so it says Schmidt.
Bad news, Schmidt.
TJ's not feeling it right now.
TJ's not feeling you. Also on the list, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Because he quit paying taxes.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't think TJ would care about that.
No.
I thought it was primarily about competition.
No, but he considers paying taxes to be sort of a kind of competition for how you can pay your taxes the best. That's how he approaches everything he does.
Is like, that's what opens up his mind to you, is like, everything he does, he goes into it going, how am I gonna win?
Sure.
You know? And that's what makes him so good, is that determination and that competition that lives in his heart.
Yeah. So, it says right there, Wesley Snipes. Not feeling it right now. Then it says, LBJ, he says, you should have run for a second term. You quit on the country. Voting Rights Act was a great piece of legislation, and you could have done more, but you quit. And I hate quitters. LBJ, not feeling it right now. So it goes back all the way. It's like he knows every quitter.
He's a
student of quitting.
Well versed. He goes through history books and he just says, who quit, you know? Anybody who quit, you can be on that list. He has Kevin Spacey from American Beauty.
That's right.
Quits his job,
Sure.
which for a lot of us was a triumphant scene.
Not TJ.
Not to TJ. You should have stuck it out, he said. You should have become the head of that company.
You made a commitment to that job. There were other people there who were relying on you. You stay there and you do your job. You handle your business on your own time.
That's right. And also, as a footnote on that, he goes, and then he quit living at the end.
Yeah.
Like a little bitch.
That's right. Which
does not seem unfair.
Yes, I feel
he got
that
shot in
least of
the
all.
brain in that movie.
No, anyone who dies